Redhawks basketball was on the road this week. The swim team is still leaving people in their wake, and the women's bowling team were bowling for something more than just a W. Let's check it all out in this week's episode of Mick on the Mic. The Roberts Wesleyan's bowling team competed at the Bowling for a Cure tournament over the weekend hosted by Kutztown University. The women went 3 for 1 in their first day to finish in 4th place and went 2 and 3 on day 2 to place 7th overall. Junior Emily Nodebert led the Redhawks on both days of the tournament with a 198.8 scoring average during match play on Saturday and an 18.44 pin per frame average on Sunday. Nodebert was named to the all-tournament team. The Redhawks started off strong on the first day of competition, going 3-1 with wins over St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Francis, Brooklyn, and Malloy. The only loss of the day coming to Felician. On day 2, the format changed from match play to Baker total pinfall. Roberts began the day with a tough matchup against the host, losing 1008 to 796. The team answered with a 5-point win over Chestnut Hill, but then dropped the next 2 matches to Damon and Malloy before ending the day with a victory over St. Thomas Aquinas. After dropping their matchup against 3A rival Damon College on Saturday, February 2nd, 83-64, the Redhawks men's basketball team tried to pick up a W on February 4th versus non-conference rival Mansfield University. Freshman Fope Okoyiga led the Redhawks off the bench with 14 points and 11 rebounds. It was the first double-double of his collegiate career. Peyton McLaurin also helped out, adding 14 points. Mansfield thrived on its long-range shooting to open up a lead against the Redhawks and keep them at a distance on the scoreboard throughout the entire game. The Mounties began the game hitting back-to-back three-pointers to take a quick 6-0 lead. The hosts would go on to hit 9 first-half threes and 13 in total. Roberts never saw a lead in the game. Final score, Mansfield 75, Redhawks 65. The women tried to avenge their previous 2-point loss to Damon College that they suffered back on December 5th. But unfortunately, this game, it just wasn't in the cards. Seiso Nady, Emily Miller, and Demetria Gazani were all in double digits for the game, but a 30.6 overall field goal percentage was no match for the 41.6% shooting performance of the Bears, which were led by Katie Titus's 19 points. The Redhawks would end up dropping the game 76-54. And last, but definitely not least, both swim teams demolished their competition on February 2nd at Genesee Community College. The men won 157-20, improving their record to 6-3, and the women won by a long shot, 168-47. With the win, they improved to an impressive 8-2 on the season. Congratulations to the teams and the athletes featured in this episode for their athletic accomplishments. As always, make sure to follow Mick on the Mic on Twitter and Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. Join me on the live broadcast for the Roberts men's and women's basketball home games as I do the commentating at robertsredhawks.com. And make sure to be on the lookout for the weekly recaps posted every week and other promotional videos for Redhawks sports. Until next time, this has been one more episode of Mick on the Mic.